I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground, maybe things would have been different. Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind. There's no point in blaming how things ended on Celine or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me. Because of that, I've lost everything. I'd finally found a place where I felt I belonged, and people to share it with, and I lost it all. I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
Reen? Sorry if I'm bothering you.
Elise, did you want to use the springs too?
I heard you were here, so I thought that perhaps I could come and join you.
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids, but we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not so sure it's the best idea.
Please, we're siblings. There's no need to feel so self-conscious. And you must be exhausted after all that's happened. So I thought the least I could do was come and wash your back for you. The water's nice and toasty, huh? Truth be told, I haven't taken a dip here for some time. I'd forgotten how pleasant it was to sit here and admire the snow.
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charms, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
He's always been a heavy drinker. To say nothing of the fact that Father can never turn down the opportunity to help him finish a bottle or three whenever he visits.
I'm sorry. You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
Oh no, not at all. That wasn't why I came here at all. It's just that...
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me. It's how things have been for my whole life. How everyone feels like they have to be around me.
What do you mean?
It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day when I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month, when everyone risked their lives so that I, and I alone, could be saved.
That's not...
Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return. On the contrary, I've brought nothing but misfortune to them instead. Like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me. Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would. If I'd known things would ever become like this, then I'd never have gone to the academy to begin with.
Stop! Do you seriously mean all that you've just said? The right to be treated kindly? And who exactly decides who has that right, whatever that's supposed to be? I don't look out for you because I expect something in return or because I want you to defend me. Acts of kindness aren't debts to be repaid. I look out for you because I care about you, because you're important to me. And I'm sure that Mother, Father, Master Kafai, your classmates, and all of your other acquaintances feel the same. So please, from the bottom of my heart, please don't say that you don't have the right to be treated kindly. Of course you do. You just don't realize it. You care so much about the people who matter to you. So why can't you understand that those people care just as much about you? Think back to that day when you were separated from your classmates. What kind of expressions did they have when you parted from them?
They... They were smiling. They all believed that we'd see each other again. That no matter what happened along the way, we'd all be reunited. And that one day, we'd move forward together as a class again, just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe in all of them, and if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. We're classmates, and more than that, we're friends. So long as I keep moving forward, I'm sure that somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again.
I think so too, Reen.
Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. All I did was remind you of something you already knew. It was your time at the academy that gave you what you needed. I admit, I am a little envious of your classmates, though.
Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of.
I'm always proud of you, you know? And of course I will. I see all's well that ends well. Your Highness?
And you've brought Celine, too.
Hope you don't mind us barging in. What brings you here? I heard that you were both here from Toval, so I thought I might come along and see how everything was going. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to help cheer up Reen? And oh, what a heartwarming sight I happened to stumble upon during my humble quest. Considering you were waiting for the perfect time to make your grand entrance, stumbling is a stretch.
You were waiting?
Were you listening in the whole time? Elise, have you ever known me to be so unladylike? But I see you've done a fine enough job for the both of us. Oh, the bond between siblings is truly a miraculous thing. Not only do you share an unwavering kinship, but you'll always have the tender embrace of skinship within reach. I'm so jealous.
I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness.
Oh, come now, Reen. This is the bath. Ranks are stripped once our clothes are, as far as I'm concerned. That being said, may I join Elise in washing your back as well? This would make the perfect chance for us to finally strengthen our bond as honorary siblings. Wouldn't you agree? Your Highness, please!
Reen?
Captain Claire? I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
Oh, no, you don't need to do that. You were here first, after all. Truth be told, I didn't think anyone else would be here so late either. Still. While meeting like this may purely be a coincidence, it could also be a good chance for us to sit and have a nice talk. Regardless, it's pretty cold out here, so I'm getting in before I get any colder.
Okay.
The open-air baths in the middle of winter are wonderful, aren't they? I'm usually one to settle for a quick shower, but this is so relaxing that I can barely bring myself to get out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs, too. That aside, I mean, it's an honor to have the chance to share the spring with a lady like you, but...
There's no need to be so flustered. It wasn't all that long ago that I was a Thor's student myself, you know. Just think of me as another classmate. And fellow classmates help wash each other's backs. So how about it? Would you like me to help wash yours?
No, that's quite all right. And besides, underclassmen are the ones who are supposed to help wash the upperclassmen's backs, so that makes no sense. I mean, not that I specifically want to or anything, I just,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be teasing you like this, should I? Not when I stayed in to offer you my congratulations.
Thank you? May I ask what for?
I think you've earned it after all you've done. I've been impressed by you time and time again ever since we met. You were able to survive the terrible battle in Trista. You braved the many challenges you've had to face since. And you were able to reunite with your classmates, like Millium. That they are all gathered together here is a testament to your efforts, Reen.
I think you're giving me too much credit. It was only thanks to everyone's support, yours included, that I was able to do anything at all.
Please. I barely did anything to aid you at all. And I don't think I'm giving you too much credit. Class 7 is only how it is because you're the one at its center. They all believed that you would rise up and fight. And that's why each and every one of them are here today. You should be proud of what you've achieved, Reen. Reen? I'm sorry, did I say something strange?
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
If laughing at yourself helps, then by all means. But I don't think you need to beat yourself up over it. Still, it wouldn't hurt to always keep those thoughts at the back of your mind in the future. You've forged many amazing friendships since all this began, and they're not the kinds that can be easily broken. That goes for me, too.
I'll be sure to always remember. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality, both for ourselves and for the people who have supported us in getting this far.
That's the way, and I'll be right there with you.
I hope you don't mind me coming in.
Sharon! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
That won't be necessary. In fact, you're the reason I stopped by. Please, would you allow me the pleasure of washing your back for you?
Excuse me?
Hot springs in winter truly are wonderful, aren't they? I can feel all of the exhaustion that's built up as a result of my work simply washing away.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs too. But both of us bathing in here together is really, really not a good idea. What's Alisa going to say when she finds out?
Not to worry, Master Reen. Lady Alisa will be none the wiser about any of this. For now, in this moment, simply think of me as your very own personal maid. Should you require anything of me, do tell. I will do anything that you so desire.
Anything? No! I'm fine, honestly.
My apologies. Your reactions are so charming. I can't help but tease you. The reason I came here is perfectly simple. I'd like to offer you my congratulations for all that you've done in the last few weeks.
You would?
Your efforts since the battle in Trista have been quite commendable. You've faced countless challenges since we parted ways there, and you've both stood up to and overcome them admirably. You found and rescued Lady Alisa, to say nothing of your other classmates. I believe the credit for Class 7's reunion lies entirely with you.
I think you're giving me too much credit. It was only thanks to everyone's support, yours included, that I was able to do anything at all.
Oh, I don't think my contribution was at all significant. I believe that Class 7 is only how it is because you are at its center. It was only because everyone was able to believe you would rise up and fight that they are all gathered here now. As such, I think you are well deserving of praise. Master Reen, I do apologize if I caused any offense, but did I say something inappropriate?
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Is that so? In that case, I hope you'll always keep those thoughts in mind in the future. The kinds of bonds you have with those who care about you are too strong to be easily severed. And I do include the bond between us in that statement.
I'll be sure to do so. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality, both for ourselves and for the people who have supported us in getting this far.
I'll be sure to give you whatever aid that I can.
Reen?
Instructor! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
No, don't worry about it. I thought the same exact thing, actually. A little late-night one-on-one bonding with one of my precious students doesn't sound so bad, actually. And it's freezing out here, so I'm hopping in.
Oh, okay.
The temperature's just right. Sitting back in a spring like this with a bottle of warm, strong stuff would be heaven right about now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs, too. But both of us bathing in here together is really, really not a good idea. I mean, the two of us alone here at this time of night's kind of, you know...
What's the big deal? I'm all covered up, aren't I? Although, I guess any boy your age would feel a tad flustered sharing a hot spring with an older, beautiful woman like me. I hope there aren't any naughty fantasies going through that little head of yours.
Oh, please don't ask me that.
Well, I'll spare you another round of teasing for now. I stuck around to praise you, not to make you uncomfortable.
You did?
You've done a really good job making it this far and doing what you have. You've had it hard since we were split up, but you've hung in there and made it through. And not only that, you managed to gather all of your classmates back together again from all over the country. That they're here now is all thanks to you, Rean.
I think you're giving me too much credit. It was only thanks to everyone's support, yours included, that I was able to do anything at all.
Oh, I know everyone else deserves some credit, too. Still, it doesn't change the fact that Class 7 is only how it is because you've always been at its center. It was only because you rose up to fight, just like everyone believed you would, that you're all together again. So I thought that as your instructor, the least I could do was praise you for what you've achieved. Hey! What's with all the laughing? Even I can sound like an actual instructor sometimes, you know.
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Aha! So that's it. Well, in that case, make sure you don't ever forget it. The bonds you have with the people who care about you won't be broken easily. And I'd know, because I'm one of those people.
I'll be sure not to. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. Both for ourselves and for the people who have supported us in getting this far.
Aha! That's what I like to hear.
Rean, are you there?
Alisa! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
There's no need to shout. I actually already knew that you were here. I'd asked the manager beforehand. So I thought now might be a good time to talk with you.
Pardon?
There's really nothing like a warm bath on a cold winter's day.
Gazing up at the night sky, feeling the warmth of the spring coursing through your whole body, this is such bliss.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of year to relax in the springs, too. But both of us bathing in here together is really, really not a good idea. Doesn't it bother you even a little? The two of us here alone feels kind of... I don't know.
What's the big deal? I'm covered up, aren't I? I'd appreciate it if you didn't stare so hard, though. I might have managed to pluck up the courage to come in here, but it's still kind of embarrassing.
Well... I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. But what made you need to pluck up the courage to come in here to begin with? You said you wanted to talk. Anything in particular?
Well, I just...
Thank me? Thank me for what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
You have, though. And for everything, really. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Nord to get me. Maybe we can't be here with Crow, but because of you, the rest of us are back together again.
Because of me? That's not true. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
I knew you'd say that. Still, I feel like Class 7 is what it is because you're at its center. We had faith that you'd get back up on your feet and fight, and it's because you followed through that we've come this far. I'm not the only one who feels that way either. So, thank you, Reen. Oh, come on! Knock it off with the laughing! It wasn't easy to come here and say all of this, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Well, I can accept that. And now that you know, I don't want you to ever forget it. We've been through so much together, Reen. We have a bond so strong, nothing can ever break it.
Don't worry, I won't forget. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course.
Reen?
didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
You don't have to apologize, Reen. I should have checked if someone else was inside before coming in. Truth be told, I was thinking the same thing. I thought it would be empty by now. Still, this might make for the perfect chance to sit and talk, no?
Oh, you still want to come in?
There are few things more pleasant than relaxing in a hot spring while gazing up at the wintry sky. That tingle of warmth returning to my fingers and toes is particularly nice.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs, too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Laura? It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
Well, I am modestly covered, so I don't think there's a problem, per se. Although I'd prefer if you didn't look at me quite so pointedly. It's embarrassing for me to be here too, I hope you realize.
True. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Well, I wanted the opportunity to say thank you.
You're thanking me? For what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Legram to find us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Well, it's understandable that you'd feel that way. Still, I believe Class 7 is only what it is because you are at its center. You were the one who stood right back up and fought, and it's because of that we were able to make it this far. That's what I feel, and I know that's how the others feel too. So, thank you, Reen. I'd rather you didn't laugh at me. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
I see. In that case, be sure that you never forget what I said. We've been through so much together. The bonds formed between us will not be so easily broken.
Don't worry. I won't forget. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course. Reen?
Emma? I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
No, you shouldn't have to do that. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that anyone was in here. Still, this might be the perfect chance for us to sit down and talk.
Pardon?
It feels wonderful to bathe here during the winter. I love the feeling of warmth coursing through your entire body while relaxing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs, too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Emma? It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
I see what you mean. Still, I'm modestly covered, so I don't think it's too much of a problem. I'd appreciate it if you didn't stare at me so much, however. Although, I can't blame you too much. I'm the one who decided to come in to begin with.
I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Yes, as it so happens. I wanted to thank you, Reen.
Thank me? Thank me for what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Well, everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to the Gram to get us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. Everyone contributed something in some way. However, I believe Class 7 can only be what it is with you at its center. We all believed you would get back on your feet and fight, and it's because you pulled through that we made it this far. I feel that way, and I know everyone else does too. So, thank you, Reen. Please don't laugh. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Oh, I see. Our bonds are stronger than you realize. They won't be broken so easily, Reen. I hope you never forget that.
Don't worry, I won't. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course. I'm coming in.
Fee! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
No need for that. I came because I heard you were here from the manager anyway.
You did?
Feels really great being in here during winter. I bet I could take a nap here.
I suppose. Winter's my favorite time of the year to use the springs because of how relaxing it is. Wait, though. I'm not so sure it's the best idea for us to be bathing alone together, Fee. You're not bothered at all?
Why would I be? When I was in the Corps, we'd sometimes all get into a hot spring together. The guys and the girls.
Point taken. She did say that they were all like one big family. You said you came because you knew I was here, right? Any particular reason you wanted to hang out?
Because I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? Thank me for what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
You couldn't be any more oblivious if you tried, could you? I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And for coming all the way to Keldic to get me. Crow might not be with us, but it feels like the rest of us were only able to be here now thanks to you.
Thanks to me? I don't know if I agree. Besides, all of you guys are the reason I've been able to do anything at all.
Oh, I know. Still, I think our class is only how it is because you're at its center. It's only because we could believe you'd get back on your feet that we're all here now. That's how I feel, and I know that's how everyone else feels too. So, thanks. That wasn't supposed to be funny. Maybe a little overblown, but not half as cheesy as some of the things you've said.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Oh. Well, make sure you don't forget it. We're all friends, and that's not gonna change anytime soon.
Don't worry, I won't. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Millium! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
Aw, why would you want to do that? I came in because the manager told me you were here.
Really?
hot springs in winter are so nice. That funny tingly thing you get in your feet once they start warming up feels so comfy.
Yeah, true. Winter's my favorite time of the year to use the springs because of how relaxing it is. But never mind that. This is weird. Us being in the springs together this late at night is just... I mean...
Oh, things getting too steamy for you? Aw, don't worry. I know it's not every day you get to share a bath with a sexy, tall drink of water like me. Or do you want to hang out with Sarah or Emma instead? Can't blame you because they both got big boot.
Nope, that is not what I'm saying at all. You really know how to make people jump through hoops. Moving right along, what made you want to take a dip in the bath so late at night anyway? You said before that you came in because you knew I was here. Any special reason?
Actually, I came to say thanks.
Thanks? Thanks for what? I don't feel like I've done anything to deserve being thanked.
Sure you have, but I should have known you wouldn't have noticed. You did everything you could to pull through after we split up in Trista, right? And then you came all that way to get us. You even brought Claire, too. To me, you're the only reason all of us are even back together again, you know?
Me? The only reason? I think that's a stretch. Besides, it was only because of all of you that I was able to do anything at all.
I knew you'd say that. But I still think our class is only what it is because of you. You're kind of like our leader in a way. The whole reason we're together again is because you stood up and chose to fight. So, thanks. Aw, you're laughing. I was trying so hard to be all serious and moving for once, too.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but hey, as long as you're not laughing at me. Sounds like something you should keep in mind, though. It's true that we're all thinking of you, always. We're bound together in a way that can't be easily broken.
Don't worry, I will. And now that we're all together again, I'm sure that one day we'll be able to return to the academy. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
You know it. to find such an authentic bathhouse all the way out here. What a pleasant surprise.
Now that I think about it, it's probably the principal's doing.
I heard this place was changed a lot when they renovated it into a dormitory. Apparently, it was once the mansion of a fallen noble family.
Oh yes, I've heard that same story. It seems the family had to let go of their holdings 10 years ago after the head of the family was conned by an unscrupulous merchant. Though I heard they've since started up their own business outside the country.
I see.
Sheesh. How do you know all this stuff?
I feel like I've heard a story like that before.
Hope you don't mind if we come in.
Oh, Instructor Toa!
Will you be joining us?
Not just her. I'll be joining you ladies as well.
Whoa!
An overwhelming presence.
Oh, I'm so sorry we've been hogging the bath.
Oh, not at all. I figured now would be a perfect chance to get to know my students better.
We'll try not to rain on your parade.
There's nothing like a nice soak in the bath after a long day. Seems like you girls were having quite the discussion in here. You all trying to get with Schwarzer?
Get with?
Yes, that's the plan.
That wasn't quite what we were talking about.
Well then, let me give you all some advice. He may seem polite and friendly, but he can actually be pretty single-minded, and at times outright stubborn. With that in mind, the best way to get your hooks in him is to set up just the right mood and lure him somewhere where you have the advantage.
Really?
Interesting. Huh. For stubborn men, you need to set the right mood.
Be sure to take thorough notes, Elise.
Muse, please. Principal!
feels great! This place is so luxurious.